Hello, everyone. This is Lucy, and today is Thursday. And guess what? I have another wonderful interview and wonderful discussion with my new guest today. And so I want you to know that I met my guest in India. Yes, I was privileged to be able to go to India, and we're going to talk about that in a minute. So without any further ado, let me introduce you to Ruchika. Hi, how are you, Ruchika? How are you
Hi,
doing?
Lucy. How are you?
I'm fine. Listen, I'm in Mexico. What part of India are you in?
I'm in Bangalore.
Bangalore. And I know Bangalore because I visited you in Bangalore. And so I
Yeah.
had the privilege of visiting you almost a whole day. It was just a lovely time. So,
Yes, me too. Glad to see you after such a long time.
I know. But I'm not, I see you all the time with my positive prime session. So I see you every
Yeah.
day. So I just want to tell my audience how we met. Actually,
Yes.
you and I met because of Shika Khanna's wonderful
Amazing.
launching of her book in India. And it was called Self Portraits 100 Dreams. And it's all about 100 moms globally. All right. And Shika was interested in honoring moms globally.
Amazing.
And it was to get the essence behind who the mom veil is of that person. And Rushika, of course, is our, here she is. Whoops, let me see. Rushika, that's her name. And
Yeah.
there's the picture. It's hard for
Yeah.
me to do both. Anyway,
That's a
there's your,
picture of me in the farm.
that's you in the farm. Okay.
Yeah.
And so, and then I was there in India, so I got Rushika to sign my page. So we had a wonderful time. But aside from that, I would like to talk about the story in the book, Rishika. Now, how did you meet Shika, and how did you become part of the book? Could you tell us that
So,
story?
so basically, Shikha is my customer as I met her through farmers market, which we
Okay.
used to do a lot because of my business. So she met me there, and then she started ordering with me. And as frequent as about twice in a week, she used to order with me. And then she liked the product so much, so she called me once, and then she wanted to know more about me. So she said, Ruchika, I want to know, why did you start millets? Because at that point of time, millets was not known to people at all. And Shika being a vegan and gluten intolerant, so she had some issues. So she wanted clean food for her family. So that's the reason why we got to know each other more. And then we met over a coffee, and then we discussed about why I got into millets and what was my story. When I discussed with her, she said, Ruchika, I want to write about you in my book, and I'm doing this. I said, I'm so happy that you're going to do this, and it's an amazing job what you're doing. I would really like to be a part of it. So that's how we met, and today the book has been
Today you're
launched.
good friends. And look at
Yes,
you and I are friends because of Shika. So thank you,
yes,
Shika.
yes, definitely. We met so many of us, and it was an amazing time we all had. Definitely.
We definitely had a great time at the book launching in Pune, India.
Yeah.
So I want to tell us your story. Why millet? Um, I know there's a family story behind that. Could you talk a
Yeah.
little bit about that?
See, when I got married, my husband's family was also a little conscious about food, but at the
Okay.
same time, we were into not eating healthy food. We were eating, but not healthy food. So, at one point of time, when we did a random test for my husband, he was diagnosed with high cholesterol at the age of 30. So that was an awakening that at the age of 30 you have such high cholesterol.
Right.
And it was an eye opener for all the whole family. Now we can't do that. At the age of 40, 30, you're having high cholesterol. So I started working on that from that time, that no, I need to deal with it and I don't want to give him some medicine which is a lifetime medicine for him.
Right.
So I started researching what kind of food should I give him. So I did little bit in my house for him, everything, whatever to bring down his cholesterol. So that time millets was not in my picture at all. But then 2 3 years later again, we had a little stressful situation in the family with our finances. So that stress, hit my husband very badly. So he had major backache, and he was diagnosed that your L3 and L4 and your spinal cord has been bad shape. So you can't do anything normal. You have to be leading a sedentary life. So I said, no, I can't agree to this, at this age.
Yeah.
You can't lead a life like that. And to get up from bed, it used to take half an hour. And then he
Oh,
used to go take a medicine ball to his office and sit on that and do his meetings. So that was terrible, not only for him, for the whole family. So I'm a believer of yoga and those kind of things. So I said, I used to go for my yoga. So my yoga instructor, when he saw Ajay, he said, Ruchika, there's a lot of inflammation in his body, why don't you work on that? So I said, sure. So then I started my research. What are the things which creates inflammation in your body, and what kind of food should I give him which reduces his inflammation in his body? So I came across that everything, in fact, everything creates gas and acidity in your body.
everything. You're right.
Yeah, every kind of carb is there which does that. So
Hmm.
we went on a diet which was like only fruits and vegetables for 10 days. For 10 days, he didn't
Wow.
have any carbs, just fruits and vegetables. And I was more worried than him because he's a foodie and he loves food. So
Right.
I'm scared that how will we be able to do this? But the pain was so bad that we said, both of us said, no, we have to do this and let's do it. So for
Right.
10 days, it was only fruits and vegetables. Also, vegetables were some of them restricted because they also create gas, like broccoli or
Broccoli. Yeah.
cabbage and all those create gas.
Right.
So we restricted to only those vegetables and fruits which are good for your gut and your inflammation. You won't believe, Lucy, within 10 days, he lost his weight, his inflammation came down, his pain from the level of 10 came down to 2. He could get
Wow.
up from the bed easily. He started swimming, he started doing yoga, and everything started coming into place. It
Wow.
was magical. It was really magical. And then, I said, fine, this can be done for 8 to 10 days, but you can't lead a life where there's no carb because you need energy through that also.
Right.
Then I started my research. What carbs can I give him, which is alkaline in nature, non acidic, and also at the same time are nutritious for your gut?
Right.
So then I came across millets,
Ah,
and then that was an eye opener, and then I started researching more on millets. I came to know that they are magical. So with that research, I started making stuffs in my house.
with
So the most important was the main dish what we have in South India is the idli and the dosas. So I
okay.
researched on making idli dosa with those grains, and it turned out to be amazing. It
Wow.
turned out so amazing that the whole family took it up. And then even my kids, who were like, that time was 8 years and 9 years and 2 years, they started eating that idli dosas, and
Wow.
everybody all loved it. So that became our staple food for some time.
So the dosa, I know I've had that dosa. It's
Yeah,
that round. It's like a pancake, right?
yeah, yeah,
So
thin
so
pancakes.
yeah. So that's interesting. So was millet a product that you could get easily in India at the time?
No, no, not at that point of time. So if I had to get millets that time, about 6 years back, I had to
Yes.
travel about 3 to 4 hours to get the right millets.
Wow. To
So
get now that's interesting to get the right millet. What
yes,
makes the millet right? I mean, because I know that millet, people are confused about millet. Is it a seed or is it a cereal, a grain, or I know it's plant based, right? It's a
yes.
plant.
Yeah.
So what makes millet right? Like you said, you had to
So
find
yeah,
the
there's
right.
in this to learn. So basically, millets are hardy grains.
Hardy
Uh,
grains, okay?
it's a hardy grain which grows in any land, dry land also. It can grow very easily and requires very less amount of water as compared to rice and wheat. So it
Okay.
requires only 10% of water as compared to wheat and rice.
Wow.
And it does not need any kind of pesticides because they are hard grains, so pesticides cannot eat onto this. So you
Wonderful.
don't need to spread any pesticides on millets.
Yeah.
At the
That
same time, you don't need any fertilizer for it. It just grows on its own. So naturally, they are organic in nature.
right. Oh,
Yeah,
that's amazing. So
yeah.
okay, so that's your story about the millet, but now you've made this a business, haven't you? How did that happen?
So that's what when I was making little dosas and the dishes with the millets in the house. So my friends and family used to visit us, and I used to serve them too. So they loved it. Like, this is so amazing. So they used to ask me, "Can you give me one pack of this, one pack of that?" I used to just gift them off. They said, "No, enough of gifting now. You charge me for it."
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, so I started charging little bit, and then it spread from word of mouth from one friend to the other to the families, and then it just spread in Bangalore.
So
So
we're talking about 2, 3 years ago, right?
this is 6 years ago.
6 years ago. Okay. Okay. So you were gifting, you were doing millet, you were doing recipes with millet, you were inviting your family and guests, and they were loving it. You were giving the food for gifts, and they said, enough, enough. Need to start charging us. And
Yeah.
so, okay. So your eyes opened up, and then you thought, okay, well, this could be a business, right? Is that how it happened?
Yes, yes. And then when I was giving them one batter, which I started with, then I thought, why not give them something which is complementary along with it, which can make it more nutritious and healthy for them as a basket. So I started making, those moringa leaves. I don't know if you all know the moringa drumsticks. I started making some kind of chutney with that so that they can have with that. They started giving flaxseed puri
Wow.
and dishes, along with the whole basket. So people started loving because it makes up a very wholesome meal for them.
Right.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That's so interesting. Moringa, as you know, but you may not know, but moringa trees are very, very popular here in Mexico.
Okay.
People use it as a powder in their smoothies. They use
Yeah.
it. It's a little kind of seed that they also sell in the open markets where people just
Okay.
kind of eat the seed, and
Yes.
so it
So
has a lot
moringa,
of.
you can have any part of moringa tree, and it is all very nutritious, and it's a superfood basically. So
Wow.
moringa leaves or moringa sticks, what you get with
Yeah.
the seeds, you can have that, and you can put it in your vegetables or make soup out of it or anything. Yeah, yeah.
So you had a whole wide range of recipes, and so okay, but you go from your kitchen to, because I visited your business. How did you get from? I mean, that's a big jump. I saw a lot of people. How many employees do you have now? I saw a lot of employees there.
So now we have about 25 plus employees,
Hmm.
which includes our kitchen staff, our delivery agents, and our accounts, and our creative, and both of us has me and my husband together. Yeah. So from my kitchen, I moved to my garage. We had a small garage. So
Hmm.
then, when the orders started coming in on a full scale, it was not possible for making in the kitchen the same things.
Right.
So we moved into the garage, and then from garage, we have our own manufacturing unit now here. So we have three levels. One is our inventory and dispatch. One is our kitchen, and then third is my office. So we have
Wow.
three levels of office now.
How nice. So you're considered a small startup company, right?
Yes.
So, okay. Now, I was visiting you in November of 2022. And at the time, you were telling me that you had just got news that your prime minister, Narendra Modi, was going to make 2023 the year of the millet. Now, did you have something to do with that? Or how did that happen?
No, it was not directly related to us, but
Hmm.
the Indian government has, suggested the UN to, that millets are so nutritious. So why not we come up with an international year and promote this? Because there are a lot of other reasons behind it why millets has been promoted all around the world now, because
Okay.
there are three important reasons in this, that balance the ecosystem, basically the soil which is getting depleted now, and
Yeah.
the weather change what is happening, the climate change is happening everywhere around the world. There is scarcity of water,
Right.
and millet being a grain which can be grown with very less amount of water and does not need a very fertile soil, so it can grow on its own. And the soil is the whatever the land all around the world which is barren now can be used for growing millets. So,
Wow.
and at the same time, this will help the whole globally the land to be become more fertile. Secondly, is also because the farmers who have lost their land, and lost their
Right.
livelihood because of the land being barren and they're not able to grow anything, they will get a livelihood,
Wow.
right? So it will give them kind of livelihood. At the same time, the environment will be more better. And thirdly, the consumers who will be eating these millets would be
Exactly.
much more healthier in their life, and they would be able to do away with their lifestyle diseases which is spreading on a high scale everywhere, not only in India or in America, but if you go globally, every second house has a cancer patient or diabetic patient or has heart issues and low immune. The most important, the immunity. If you eat millets, your immunity boosts up drastically.
Okay,
So
because
all
and
these
you
nutrients,
experienced that with your family and especially your husband.
definitely.
So tell me, nutritionally and health wise, what does millet do for us? Can you educate
Yes.
us a little bit here?
So there are nine kinds of millets.
Okay.
Indian millets are nine kinds. So in that we have five positive millets, what we claim it to be. Those
Okay.
are barnyard, foxtail, kodo, little millet, brown top. Why do
Okay.
we call these five millets as positive millets? Is because the fiber content in these millets are the highest.
Okay.
And this fiber, when it goes into your body, each millet cleans up one part of your body,
Wow.
and it gives the microbes for your gut, which makes your gut much more stronger
Mhm.
as you keep eating them. So when your gut health is stronger, the whole immune system becomes stronger, your brain started working starts working very fast, and you're totally healthy. So that makes a lot of difference.
Right.
And the other millets which are there is jowar, bajra, and ragi. Those are called neutral millets, and they also have good fiber, but not as compared to the those five positive millets. So when
Okay.
you're having these five positive millets, you need to have 2 days one millet, and then repeat the other 2 days, and do the cycle of 10 days, and again repeat the five millets. So in this way, you'll be able to give your body different varieties of millets and clean your body over a period of 10 days, and then again do the same cycle. So in this way,
Okay.
yeah,
Well, it's really interesting because I heard you say that you were looking for carbs for your husband at the time. So it has the fiber. There are a lot of carbs in millet, right?
yes, yes, yes. So
So
these are very good carbs for your body, which gives you energy at the same time, cleans your body up. So it helps you repair your body and builds up your immune system, builds up your gut lining, and makes you much healthier.
so is it important when you're eating millet that you eat organic millet?
Uh, Not really, but see, my thought process is that uh, you can eat a normal millet also, provided why I said organic and why I continue to be organic is because when you're eating clean food, you need
Right.
to have without chemicals. So if a farmer has grown rice or wheat before in this, the
Mhm.
chemicals are there in that soil. So
I
it
see.
will they may not be spreading it on the millets, but the soil has it, right?
Right.
So it gets into the grain. So when you are eating for a health purpose or something, so it should be totally clean.
Okay. Okay. I
That's
see.
my thought. Huh? Yeah. So
Okay.
that's my thought process to it.
Okay, so but one other thing, and now I know in the United States, the millet that's most widely grown is, I think, pearl millet.
Pearl millet. Okay.
Pearl
Okay.
millet, it seems to be.
Yeah.
Is that one of the 5 high ones? No. Unfortunately, unfortunate.
Yeah.
But I know that millet has become is becoming more popular. So I think as the farmers get more educated, then we also will have. Okay, so we will eventually have all those positive millets like you have. So I'm getting so excited here because Naranda, your prime minister declared the 2023 millet year, and I see that his cabinet also is involved, and they're really involved in wanting to take this globally.
Yes, a lot is happening over the government's
Yeah.
side. So the government has included millet in their lunches. So in their assemblies and in their lunches, millets have been served. At the same time, they have instructed all their bodies to start gifting to their employees millet-based products so that they come to know what are millets and what are their products which can be readily available. At the same time, they are helping us to reach to the all the embassies of the world and
Wow.
gifting them with millet products. So we have been sending all that to different countries too with them. So that's quite a bit. And now they have been organizing a lot of events in different countries so that we can go and showcase the products and then do the needful. So we even we've sent some products to Dubai recently, and somebody came from Hong Kong to us in one of the exhibitions and visited us. So she was very interested to take to Hong Kong the millet. So she took some samples and she showcased there in their one of their markets, and she got very good response. And she herself tasted the product in India when she was with us. She was overwhelmed with it. I can share some videos of hers also to you.
Well, Rishika, I was in your home and you fed us a millet
Yes.
diet. It was so good. I was so surprised because I had never really eaten any millet. But my favorite of all, because you were just testing this, and you served us millet pizza, and I'm thinking millet pizza. Pizza's not healthy, but you wanted us to taste it to see if we liked the taste. And oh my God, Rashika, it was delightful. It was so tasty. I mean, how do you make, well, of course, all the food in India is tasty because you have so many condiments and so many spices that you spice up your food deliciously. And so, but your millet pizza is to die for, really.
Thank you. Thank you so much. See, all the recipes and all what I developed, it has come from a heart of a homemaker.
Right,
I have a three children with me. So my children used to eat pizzas which were made with refined flour, which really I was not very happy to give them every week.
right.
So no, I have to do something about this.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I built up around that and made some pizza bases. And these pizza base, for my surprise, has the 9 month shelf life.
Wow, 9. So okay, that takes me to the next question that I have, because when I was there, you were telling me that you had just made contacts with Amazon in
Yeah,
India, and now
yeah.
you were going to start selling your products on Amazon.
Oh,
How
it's doing
how
so well
exciting is
here.
that? What is it?
Yeah, it is doing really well on Amazon also. And we are going to soon launch with Amazon.com so that it can reach all around the world
Oh,
through
that is
that.
so exciting. I can't wait to get some of that pizza if it has a 9 months shelf. Wow, that
And
is
outside, not to be free, to be kept in the fridge or anything. It's a thin crust pizza base, 6 inch, which is enough for anybody to satisfy their meal, with
oh,
one pizza.
wonderful. Oh, I can't wait. Now, I did notice, I heard you say that that woman came from Hong Kong. She took some products back. Do you have an affiliate program?
Yes, we can develop on that. So we what we can do is become a knowledge partner for them and
Okay.
help them understand millets, how it is, what it is. And if in any country people want to work on millets and do something there, we can be a knowledge partner. At the same time, we can supply you the ingredients which you require and help you in the journey of building up a millet based company in your country.
Oh my God. So that takes me to my next question because I know your time's important and you probably have 1,000 things to do before you go to bed. So, how would, if somebody were interested in being an affiliate, because I've spoken to a couple of people already who said, oh
Okay.
my God, I am so excited. I would love to be an affiliate. How would they contact you? Now, in the tickler I have, you can contact Ruchika, and it's coming up to contact Ruchika Bhuwalka by email. It's
Yeah.
Ruchika at milletama.com, or you can find Ruchika showing her recipes on her YouTube channel, which is Millet Ama. Ama, the word Ama means mom, right? Millet
Right.
mom. So it's Millet Ama, and
Yeah.
there is just go to Millet Ama, and it should come up for you because I'm not about to read that all those those letters. But anyway, as it's going through, folks, if you're listening to us, you can just take out your camera and just kind of take a picture of that and then go to the YouTube and get some recipes because surely that's what I'm going to do. Okay, Ruchika, thank you so very much. I just, I miss you. I miss your husband. We had such a great time in Bangalore and we had
Yes, yes.
such a delicious
Yes, you
meal.
too.
It was so exciting to see your place, grow like that. Can you tell me, do you have I'm going to ask you one last question. Do you have a product that's more popular in India than any other product?
So we have almost about 50 products with millets.
Okay.
So I will tell you the categories which we have. So we have three categories of millet-based products. One is the basic category, which comprises of the grain itself, which
Okay.
can be eaten in the form of rice. And
Okay.
then we have the flour. We make the flour out of it, and that can be used for any products what you can make with the flour. As you'll use any other flour, you can may use the millet flour in that form. And we have broken millets, which can be used in different forms again. So that is the basic category. Then we have ready to cook and ready to eat stuff. So in our basic category, the grain goes very well because in India, people are more like a carb eater. So they like to eat in the form of rice or in the form of breads.
And
So
Mexico does too, but in the
yeah,
form of
so that
tortilla.
goes very well around in India, and especially with Amazon, it is doing really, really well. So
Okay.
people are getting into millets and starting it. And the ready to cook and ready to eat is for people who doesn't have much time to cook themselves. So they can easily cook it over within 5 to 10 minutes, and it's ready for them as a meal. So
Oh my God. Okay.
in
Well,
those
that's
we
all.
have our pizza bases, we have lava, we have pizza base, we have noodles, pastas, then hakka noodles, instant noodles, and then we have our breakfast mixes, which are like upma, pongal, which is basically of Indian taste and Indian palate. And at the same time, ready to cook, we have mueslis made with millets. Oh, you should have tried that. Those are really, really nice.
I
And
bet.
then we have cookies, we have
Mm.
uh, snacks with millets, which can be eaten any time of the day. And
And
we
healthy
have
for the kids. Yeah. Yeah.
some kind of not energy bars, but we say laddu here, which is
Mm.
made with millets with lots of nuts and seeds and jaggery. So those are also doing really, really well. So these are the category, and each category is been loved by in one form or the other by so everybody. So the
Wow.
laddus do really well for people who is looking for ready to eat. The grain does who looking for something to does eat rice, and in
Right.
ready to cook, the mixes are doing really well, and the pizza base.
The pizza. I can't wait
Yeah,
to put my hands on.
yeah.
Okay. Thank you,
Yeah,
Rashika. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Is there something that
my
I have
pleasure.
missed? Is there something that I've missed that maybe you want to interject to
Yes,
that's
yes.
really important? What would that
There are
be?
different do's and don'ts which need to be followed when you're cooking millets, which is very, very important, and when you're buying your millets also. So when you're buying your millets, you should always look for unpolished millets. So
I'm oh,
unpolished millets, unpolished. So see now what rice what we get is white polished. Okay, so
right.
that is the why the major minor nutritions are washed off. So that's the reason why we don't want it to happen to millets also. So you have to see that whatever millets you buy, it is unpolished. And the more the color you see in your millets, that means it is unpolished. The
Oh,
whiter you see it, that means it become polished.
okay. Okay, so that's really important.
That's really,
Unpolished millet is what you're looking for. Okay.
right.
Is there
So
any other thing?
the way you would eat brown rice or red rice or
Right.
black rice, the same way you also look for millets which are colorful.
Okay.
Okay, the most important thing when you're buying your millets. Secondly, when you are cooking your millets in the form of rice, you have to soak them for 6 to 7 hours.
Okay.
Or overnight, you can cook it, soak it, and then make it the next day. So, why it is this is also very important because they are very fibrous in nature.
Okay.
So, when you soak it over a period of time, the fiber becomes softer and becomes bioavailable for your system to digest it faster.
That's
So that
important.
makes it, yeah, that's very important. Otherwise, if you don't do that, some people may get stomach pain and not able to digest it.
Exactly.
So,
Bloating. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
That.
yeah,
Okay.
that
So
will happen.
unpolished, so you're looking for unpolished millet and you're looking for the more color, the better.
Yes.
Right? And then you're looking to, if you're going to use it as a grain like rice in your meal, then soak it overnight. And
Overnight or 6 to 7 hours is also good enough.
okay, good. Is there
And
anything else?
yeah, when you are eating, you're making any dough kind of a thing with millet flour,
Yes,
you need the dough for with warm water,
warm water.
which is very water important, and keep it for 4 to 5 hours. Again, because of that fiber content.
Okay.
So it becomes softer, the fiber becomes softer and becomes bioavailable for your system to digest it better.
So this millet has a lot of fiber in it.
Yes. So I'll tell you if 100 grams, if rice and wheat would have 1 or 2 milligram of fiber, the positive millets would have 12 or 8 or 9. So the comparison, you can see how much fiber they have. So that is the reason why your gut becomes stronger with this.
Absolutely, I can understand why. Because people are always saying, "Oh, I need 25 grams of fiber. Where am I going to get it?" Well, they say vegetables. Well, no, you can't get it all in vegetables. You need about 5 different vegetables on your plate every day, every meal. That's almost impossible to get. So this is a good alternative.
Good combination. Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable that I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about the nutritional value of this grain, and what it can do for people. And you're right. You and your family have been witness to what it can do and how it can help you live a healthier life for sure.
I
Great.
have customers, Lucy, who are diabetic in nature, or a cancer patient, or heart patient, or autoimmune disorders who have drastically benefited with millets and they have seen the magical effect. Their
Wonderful.
diabetes is gone, they've stopped their medicines. Cancer patients have been, able to recover faster. The autoimmune disorder, which is an impossible kind of a situation, he is able to handle his autoimmune disorder
Wow.
without any medicines just by eating millets.
Wow. Wouldn't it be
I
nice?
get so overwhelmed when I hear all the stories,
Pharmaceuticals are gonna get into this for sure. Yeah, we gotta get ourselves really into our millet style of living. So, okay, well, that's great. Listen, Ruchika, I really don't want to take any more of your time. You've been so sweet. Thank you, thank you, thank you so very much for letting
Thank
me
you for
talk to
having
you
me.
today. And what I'd like to do is keep following up with you, keep
Yeah,
so we can keep in touch. And I also want to tell my audience that if you're interested in how to use millet, please go to the YouTube. That's millet, MILLET, AMMA, and you can get some recipes. And you think of fast food, you can do these recipes quickly and get
yes,
the food on the table within
yeah.
10-15 minutes. Okay. Rushika
Oh,
has
I
taken.
want to say, Lucy, I made tortillas in the house with
Did
millet
you?
flour. It was amazing.
Well,
My
I'm in
children
Mexico, so
love
I'm
it.
going to be I'm going to be
Yes,
following you
I'll
and
share the recipe with you.
absolutely. I'll be one of the affiliates. Thank you so very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
And the best of luck to you. And Ajay, thank you. And we'll talk soon. Okay.
Sure.
And
Yeah.
so, to my audience, I just want to remind you that I'm still doing the building camera confidence. So it's not too late for you to join. I will put the information down below, along also with Ruchika's information underneath this interview. And so you will get all the information that you need. And I'll see you next week. So bye for
Yes.
now.
Bye. Bye, Lucy.
Bye bye. Hold on a minute. I'm just going to end.